At Daylesford, we've been farming organically for over 40 years. The welfare of our animals has and always will be our biggest priority. We believe in slowing down, returning to traditional methods of farming and allowing our animals to roam free on rich green organic pastures and live in harmony with nature.
Global meat consumption is at an all-time high. We've got China consuming twice the amount of meat that they ate 20, 30 years ago, and that's a global trend now that is undeniable. What's also undeniable is the impact that's having on the environment and our health. 25% of global greenhouse gas emissions are attributed to livestock. In the USA, 70% of medically important antibiotics are given to livestock. 40% of global land use is attributed to livestock farming. However, this only provides 18% of calories, so it seems very inefficient. Yet we continue to deforest large areas of the Amazon, literally taking away the lungs of our planet to provide us with unsustainable meat. But we must recognise that there are different systems of animal farming and livestock husbandry. Many systems are actually beneficial to biodiversity, help mitigate against the impacts of climate change, give us very beneficial nutrition, and so shouldn't be forgotten.
There's a tremendous amount now being talked about livestock and the detrimental effect it has on the environment and indeed our planet. Well, I don't believe that we are contributing to that downside. I think that we're really helping it. We farm in a very sustainable, organic way, and livestock play a hugely important part in the diversity and sustainable story of our farm. Much about farming is because of the price of food, and as the price of food has dropped, farmers have become very good or have had a need to produce more from every acre and every animal. So the breeding of beef cows has been intensified so that when an animal is eventually slaughtered, it yields more beef to bone ratio. The great disadvantage of that is that those animals are no longer to be able to fatten themselves from forage-based diets, and so have to be fed a huge amount of protein that's imported onto the farm. Our philosophy here at Daylesford was to slow that right down. So our breeding programs and our breed selections are all done on the ability of the animal to perform meat from a forage-based diet. We produce something like 4,000 tonnes of manure that's then reintroduced into soils, which then helps energy within the soil, microbia, to multiply, to give us that energy to then grow a further crop.
At any time of year, you've got a whole range of different ingredients. So even if you only have limited cookery skills and you can only make salads, stir fries, soups and stews, it's the changing ingredients which makes using diverse seasonal vegetables exciting in the kitchen. We believe in mixed farming. It's a very diverse farm. It's not flat, it's rolling hills. So this is where we want to grow most of our veg. And in order to do that, we need the fertility. And 1 year in 3, we'll apply well-rotted farmyard manure and rotate crops over the ground so that we make the most of that fertility, and that'll give us the food that we need, the plant fertiliser to grow our diversity of crops. We'll harvest over 6 tonnes of salad leaf in the course of the year, 10 tonnes of squash, 5 tonnes of leeks, another 5 tonnes of brassicas, and that's not even talking about the roots like the celeriac, the beetroot and the artichokes. We don't rely quite so much on meat. We are wanting to celebrate the opportunities you get from vegetables, the colours, the textures, the different fresh elements, the different kind of sating carbohydrate elements. It's all very exciting in a well-mixed, well-balanced diet. We do need to eat less meat as a population, but it's just the way we use meat, not have meat as the main focus on the plate, as a complement to the diverse range of other things on the plate.
We cannot deny that something has gone wrong with the way we are currently consuming meat. So what are our options? Do we continue down the road of industrialised, intensive produced livestock? No, that's just not sustainable. Do we become vegan or vegetarian? Now we really applaud this because vegetables, nuts and fruits really being given some life on the plate through this great wave of cookery. All we ask is that we don't villainise those that choose to eat a little bit of meat from organic, sustainable farms. But there is a third option, to have that balanced diet with a little less meat, but of sound organic provenance. That's nutritionally diverse, it's tasty, and of course it's looking after our landscape as well. Because ultimately, not all plants and vegetables and fruits are produced sustainably. You only need to look at the Borneo rainforests and the damage that the palm oil industry has done there, or the lack of groundwater that's gone into irrigating Californian almonds now. And this insatiable appetite for avocados is causing carnage with the bee populations that are being brought in to pollinate that fruit. No one single prescription is correct. A monoculture or simplified system will always go against nature. We need polyculture, a mixed farming system that allows wildlife habitats to thrive and provides us with a balanced diet. Now, we're not perfect at Daylesford, but we do believe a mixed farming system with both livestock, cereals and vegetables and fruit is the best for our land and our biodiversity here. Like our Henfield example, the 30 acres there provides not only eggs, but biofuel, apples, vegetables, which we rotate to mop up the fertility that the chickens leave behind. This project has resulted in us squeezing as much nutritional value out of the land whilst improving biodiversity, supplying fuel and returning nutrients to the soil.
At Daylesford, we're working towards changing the future of British farming. This won't happen unless we consider all the consequences of the food that we put on our plates. We need to eat less meat, and when we do, it needs to be better quality. Let's do this together.